We've got the Mazda CX-5 and the Nissan Rogue, and they are battling it out in our comparison this week.
Both are compact crossovers. Let's get into it.
The Nissan Rogue has a 2.5-liter four-cylinder engine matched with a CVT. It has 181 horsepower and 181 pound-feet of torque. Front-wheel drive and all-wheel drive options are available.
The CX-5 has more options. It's available with a base 2.5-liter four-cylinder engine with only a 6-speed automatic transmission. It has 187 horsepower and 186 pound-feet of torque. There's also a much more powerful turbocharged version of that 2.5-liter four-cylinder with 227 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque if you use regular fuel. If you want more power, you can put in premium. It pumps the horsepower to 250 horsepower and torque 320 pound-feet.
The Nissan Rogue gets a stiffer chassis and independent rear suspension on this new model. The driving experience is a huge area of improvement. It feels more refined and there is less engine noise compared to the previous model. It gets a modest boost of horsepower, but it's still very responsive, and the steering doesn't feel as light as the outgoing model.
Handling is a strong point for the Mazda CX-5. The torque advantage on the base engine of the CX-5, it provides excellent acceleration when stopped at a light and when picking up speed on the highway. The option of the turbo engine really is hard to match in this segment. It has a lot of extra torque, and the CX-5 also has what's called G-vectoring control, which creates a smoother and more comfortable ride using torque braking to aid in handling.
I think we can both agree that when it comes to the CX-5, the driving dynamics are terrific. And with that turbo engine, of course, the Rogue doesn't have one.
So we're going to get into the pricing in just a little bit. We're also going to get into the size, which is going to be a differentiator for sure. But yeah, if you're just focused on handling and power, the Mazda's the clear winner.
The Nissan Rogue has a more distinctive design than the outgoing model, with a floating roof design and a V-motion grille. One nice feature the Rogue offers is extra wide doors to make it easier to get car seats in and out. The Rogue comes standard with LED headlights and taillights, heated outside mirrors, a temporary spare tire, and 17-inch wheels. 18-inch and 19-inch wheels are available on the top two trims. A panoramic sunroof is standard on the middle trim, and a motion-activated liftgate on the top trim.
The CX-5 has a sporty exterior design with clean lines that will look good years down the road, especially the front end and the swept-back hood. It comes standard with LED headlamps, a spare tire, and 17-inch wheels, but 19-inch wheels are available. Standard features on the top two trims include a power-operated moonroof, power liftgate, LED rear combination lights, LED fog lights, and power folding exterior door mirrors.
I like what Nissan has done with the Rogue. I really like that script on the back, which we see in the new Pathfinder. They look very different to me, but I also like the look of the CX-5, that kind of sporty exterior. It's very refined looking.
Yeah, so the CX-5 is getting towards the end of its run. The Rogue is brand new.
Yeah.
I think the Rogue is a big improvement over the previous model. They decided to go with a boxier, more upright, more rugged look, and I think it works. It's more roguish. I always used to joke that there was nothing roguish about the old one. They should have called it Bob or Steve.
Here's our used car alternative from CanadaDrives.ca. We chose a 2020 Mazda CX-5 GT with just over 15,500 kilometers for $34,490 Canadian. Click on the tab or the link in the description below to find more vehicles in this category from CanadaDrives.ca.
We do this comparison twice in a week. You're watching it now on YouTube, but the day before, Andrea drops it on Instagram, Motormouth_Andrea. Then we collect some comments and read them out.
I love both SUVs, but would pick the Rogue over the CX-5 because it offers more cargo room and has been totally redesigned. Mazda needs to do a good refresh on the CX-5 and add some cargo space to catch up and truly compete with the Rogue.
Love the Nissan Rogue, but the CVT is a deal breaker. Wish it came with a 6-cylinder.
I'd go for the Rogue for sure. It's so reliable and spacious. I own one and I have no regrets whatsoever.
I have a 2021 CX-5. This vehicle is so much fun to drive. Cargo space has enough room for my needs. Awesome gas mileage too.
The Rogue has a beautiful interior. The fit and finish on the top trim we tested with leather appointed seats, a 12.3-inch digital dashboard, and a 9-inch touchscreen really elevates this Rogue to the next level. The Platinum trim also comes with wireless Apple Carplay and wired Android Auto, a head-up display, a wireless charger, driver's seat memory, a power passenger seat, heated rear seats, and a 10-speaker Bose sound system. The best value trim goes to the SV trim. It comes with an 8-inch touchscreen, heated front cloth seats, a heated leather-wrapped steering wheel, a panoramic sunroof, and a powered driver's seat. There is a premium package for $2,200 Canadian that you can add to this trim to get the power liftgate, leatherette seats, and heated rear seats.
Mazda made a nice update during 2021. They included a standard 10.25-inch color display with Apple Carplay and Android Auto. You also get cloth seats, heated front seats, 6-way manual driver seat, and keyless entry. We've chosen the GS as our best value trim. That's where you'll find leatherette trimmed upholstery, a powered driver's seat, leather-wrapped heated steering wheel, and a power liftgate. You can add the comfort package to this trim for $1,500 Canadian, which gets you the sunroof. In the US, both the sunroof and power tailgate are standard on the Carbon Edition trim, or you can add it to the Touring trim for $1,445 US. Standard features on the top two trims in Canada include a 10-speaker Bose sound system, ventilated front seats, heated rear seats, and a 10-way power driver's seat with lumbar support. Standard on the top trim is Nappa leather trim seats, and on the Kuro trim, you get the garnet red leather trimmed interior. So we're going to touch on who wins in the space category in just a second.
What I like about the Rogue interior, it's all new. That top Platinum trim is really beautiful. I remember getting in the Rogue for the first time and thought, am I seriously in a Rogue? It's got that digital instrument cluster. It has the larger screen. It's very intuitive to use. Mazda's fit and finish, I also like. I think they do a beautiful job, but when it comes to technology, it needs an upgrade.
So they did add halfway through 2021 the larger screen, which we applaud. However, we have found using many Mazda products that it's the processing speed that they have in their head units is lacking, and the infotainment system sort of menu needs to be updated in our opinion. So that is definitely something they could work on. But when you get the top trims of the Mazda products, they're in the sort of near premium category. You've got the control wheel to interact with the information to screen, which I particularly like. It's very Audi-like. And then the fit and finish is really second to none.
I would agree with you, Zach. It totally can compete with some of these luxury brands, especially Audi.
Now, the one thing Andrea loves about the new Rogue is they have this little shifter. I mean, some brands have gotten away from shifters. They've gone to push buttons. So thank you, Nissan, for putting that in. Makes my life better because Andrea's happy.
What's that line? Happy wife, happy life?
You know it.
The Rogue is almost 4 inches longer than the CX-5. It offers more front row legroom, cargo capacity behind the second row, and overall cargo space. But the CX-5 offers an inch more second row legroom.
Let's start with the Rogue and let's start with pricing. The base model starts at almost $29,000, but that's front wheel drive. You want all-wheel drive, it starts for just over $31,000. And the price goes all the way up to almost $41,000 for the Platinum all-wheel drive. J.D. Power gives the 2021 Nissan Rogue a quality and reliability score of 82 out of 100 and an overall score of an impressive 84 out of 100. CarEdge states the Rogue will retain 52% of its value after 5 years. Here's the fuel economy. The all-wheel drive Rogue gets 9.2 liters per 100 kilometers in the city or 7.2 on the highway. That's 26 miles per gallon city, 33 miles per gallon highway. The Rogue can tow 1,350 pounds and the warranty is 3 years, 60,000 kilometers or 36,000 miles.
Here's the pricing for the Mazda CX-5. The base model front-wheel drive starts at just under $29,000, and the base all-wheel drive is just under $30,000. The first turbocharged engine, the GT, is $40,500, and the top signature is $42,750. J.D. Power gives the 2021 Mazda CX-5 a quality and reliability score of 76 out of 100 and an overall score of 80 out of 100. CarEdge states the CX-5 will retain 55% of its value after 5 years. Here's the fuel economy for all-wheel drive. 9.7 liters per 100 kilometers in the city, 7.8 on the highway. That's 24 miles per gallon city, 30 miles per gallon highway. The CX-5 can tow up to 2,000 pounds, and Mazda offers a warranty of 3 years with unlimited kilometers in Canada, and in the U.S., 3 years or 36,000 miles.
So recently, J.D. Power came out with their initial quality study, and what was shocking is Nissan had a huge jump up in their quality scores, and we're seeing that reflected in their best-selling vehicle. So if they win with Rogue and they get the quality right, which it seems like they are, that's a good thing for Nissan.
When it comes to the Mazda also gets really good reliability and quality scores. But what I like is if you look at that price point between the CX-5 turbo engine, which has so much more horsepower, that top trim is only $2,000 more than the platinum trim of the Nissan Rogue. And if you get that GT Turbo,
you beat me to it.
It's basically the same price.
So that's something to really consider. GT Turbo or top trim of the Nissan Rogue. I know which one I'd choose. And the other thing is you've got 6-speed automatic versus continuously variable transmission. So we haven't really touched on it yet, but in our time driving the Nissan Rogue, there were so many questions about, it's got a CVT, and I get it, we're like that too. But this one drives really well. Whatever they've done to it, it's a much improved Rogue.
It really is. I was impressed with the Rogue. We have followers who have purchased the Rogue and they are absolutely loving it. That's the feedback we're getting. Some are bothered by a CVT, some are not. It's really about what you want and don't like.
So these comparisons are really good for people who are shopping right now. So if you're in the market for a Rogue or a CX-5, this is great information. We're going to kind of get our binoculars on and look into the future for Mazda, because this vehicle's at the end of its run. There's lots of rumors that it's going to be a rear-wheel drive platform with a possible inline 6-cylinder engine. Lots of speculation.
And they're saying with the 2022 model, if there is one of the CX-5, that mostly it's going to be the exterior where we're going to see changes to it and also to the drive.
All right, we can't wait for that. So if you want to get a question or comment in, make sure you follow Andrea's Instagram. It's Motormouth_Andrea. And what do they do now, Andrea? The most important thing.
You have to hit the subscribe button and make sure you click on the bell. You'll be notified when all those videos drop.
And when will we see them, Andrea?
We'll see you again next week.
Next week.